Hey everybody, Ashley Francis, the holistic psychotherapist here, and today I'm joined with my little sidekick Leah. Yep, my little girl. So today I was super inspired by one of the stories that is in the headlines right now, and that is Simone Biles' decision to drop out of the 2021 Olympics. Hats off, girl. What an amazing decision. You are such a role model. That is so inspiring for you to go against the grain, this very competitive culture that we live in, particularly in gymnastics, and to put yourself first, to honor your mental health, to say that I'm not in a good place. This is something that is dangerous for me, and I'm not going to do it. So, hats off, girl. What an amazing, amazing example of what it means to be a role model. And it also got me thinking about the equivalent of what I see in my mental health world and my work with my clients, and how I kind of see some similar stuff. And what Ms. Biles is citing that she's experiencing is a gymnastics term that is known as the Twisties, which is basically a disconnect between the mind and the body, and you're no longer able to perform your routines. And so what happens is the gymnast is experiencing such a profound level of stress, and that's what's causing the disconnect. And they can no longer tell the difference between what's up, what's down. So you can imagine when they're up there twisting in the air and coming down, and they don't have a sense of where they are, they can't stick the landing. They can't even find their footing, which can be really, really dangerous. So I got to thinking about this, and I started thinking, what is the equivalent to that in mental health for the average person? And I think what it comes to is what's known as a healing crisis. And what this means is that you may have been bebopping along, getting through life, and not really taking care of your emotional needs. And you've been thinking all of this time that if I don't think about it and I don't process it, I don't do anything with it, then it's just going to go away. And this could not be any further from the truth. Why? Because it is just a matter of time before you likely experience something that is super, super stressful, as Ms. Biles has experienced. Likely with the Olympics, she may have other personal things going on. But nonetheless, it's like this tripwire. As soon as we start to experience these really, really stressful things, it's like the floodgates just open. And then the result are things like having around-the-clock panic attacks. Maybe you've got obsessive thoughts that you just cannot stop. It's like it gets stuck on this loop and you can't stop it. You might even have some suicide ideation, definitely having trouble sleeping. You might have some difficulties in your relationships. It's a doozy. It's really tough. And I'd say that there's a lot of people that reach out to me just because of going through these healing crises. And so how do we treat this? What is it that we do to be able to come out of it? And really, it's kind of taking a similar route that Ms. Biles is taking right now, which is to continue to go through her routines, but she's slowing it way down. She's taking a softer approach. So even though she's not competing, she's still going through the motions. So the equivalent of that for us is that we still need to go through the motions of our everyday, but we need to soften it a little bit. So she's doing her twists and turns, but now she's falling on the foam bricks or having some extra padding just to kind of keep her in the game. So the equivalent for us is that we need to just slow it down. We need to honor ourselves and the fact that we are emotional beings and that emotions require respect. They require attention. And it's time for you to give your emotions the attention that they have been screaming for. That's the whole reason why you're going through a healing crisis to begin with, is because it's trying to get your attention to something. So you may need to switch up your workout routine. Try to do something that's a little bit softer. I know that's something that I'm going through right now. You may want to try talking to your friends and family, opening up a little bit more. Try going to therapy. That's what it's for. You might want to try eating a little bit less or eating lighter so that you don't have as many toxins running through your body, so it's not as difficult to to process, which can turn into negative emotions as well. But the point is just to go easier. You might need to take some things off of your plate, rearrange things, modify them. Shoot, on the higher end, you might need to end a toxic relationship or walk away from a toxic job. There's all kinds of things that might be indicated here, but nonetheless, the reason why you're going through that healing crisis is because it's trying to get your attention to something. Something's off, something needs to change. And when we take that time to get that stress off of our body, to get that reboot, then we can get right back to where our routine, as Ms. Biles surely is scheduled to do so. So let me know what you think about this idea. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, subscribe to our channel.